What's happening, boxing? What's happening, YouTube? And about that boxing. Now, if you're looking at the screen, then you already know what this is. This is Terence Bud Crawford going for his first title at 154 against Israel Madrimov. Now, Madrimov is one of Triple G's fighters. I believe he fights very much like Triple G. He's 10-0-1 with 7 KOs. He's got a 70% knockout ratio against guys you don't know. All right. He won his title, and he just barely won the title on March 8th. It was a vacant title, and he won this against, his name is Magomed Kurbanov. He was from Russia. He was 25-0-0, and Madrimov beats him by TKO. I believe it was like in the 7th. No, it was like the 5th round, I believe. He just stepped on the gas in the 5th round. Kurbanov wasn't doing anything, like returning any kind of fire to him, so he just pretty much ended up running through him. But Kurbanov is no Terence Bud Crawford. He's to face 40-0-0, 36-year-old Terence Bud Crawford. I believe that this is Terence Bud Crawford getting his 154 first title, the WBA, in a nutshell. They are handing it to him. This guy can basically be run into straight shots all night if Terence Bud Crawford comes with his A game. Terence is a very young 36. He has not been in any scrape-ups where he's gotten damaged. He has not gotten beat on. He's been very dominant in most and pretty much all of his performances. Let's just put it that way. In pretty much all of his performances, he's been dominant. The dominant victor. He's never been like shook and super rocked or nothing like that. So he's a very fresh 36, and it looks like Madrimov is 29 years old. He had an extensive amateur career, though, 350 fights in the amateurs, and he only lost 20, so he won 330 of those amateur fights, but they call it the amateurs for a reason. The reason I'm saying Terence Bud Crawford should be able to take this guy with no problem is just based on experience and athleticism, pure athleticism. This guy may have speed and time on his side in a way, but in another way, he has no experience. He still throws amateur jabs, bow and arrow jabs. I just feel like Terence Bud Crawford will basically come in, probably start off, give this guy about 2 rounds to feel him out to 3 rounds, and then start going to work. I believe Madrimov is going to go for the body and do what he does. He does do a lot of level changes. He has a lot of head movement. He brings his head on and off the line. So, I mean, Terence is just going to have to take this guy's body. He's going to definitely be trying to take Terence's body. Eddie Hearn is all grins right now, thinking that this is going to be his guy that's going to come in and make things happen against Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Crawford said that he's going to disappoint him once again. So we'll see what happens in this bout. We'll see how it goes. Now, there are some other fights on this card. This is supposed to be an exciting night in boxing. So let's talk about some of these other fights that are supposed to be on the undercard. We got my man Isaac Pitbull Cruz against Jose Venezuela. This should be a pretty good fight. I see Isaac Pitbull Cruz beating Venezuela. I think he's just going to walk him down and do what he does. He may even get the knockout. Then you see Australia's Tim Tszyu already coming back after the mad cut. He's already back in the ring. He's going to square off against Virgil Ortiz. So that's going to be a pretty good fight. I think Tim Tszyu should best Virgil Ortiz. He's going to be hungry right now, being that he didn't even get to really work out in that fight before the cut happened on the sharp-ass elbow of Fundora. So we'll see how Tim Tszyu's return is. I'm rocking with Tim Tszyu on this. Virgil Ortiz is good, but I just don't think he's good enough to beat Tim Tszyu. All right, we got Andy Ruiz against Jarrell Miller. Oh, my God. Andy Ruiz should win this fight if he comes in as the Andy Ruiz that comes in with determination, heart, and that speed that he normally packs, and he can pack a punch. As long as he comes in shape, in the best shape that Andy Ruiz could come in, he should be able to best Jarrell Miller. I just think so. Then we got David Morrell versus Kaljazic. Oh my God, who is this? Kalajazic. Okay, I don't know Kalajazic. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I haven't watched him fight. I know David Morrell from Cuba. I believe David Morrell should take this fight. And then we got Andy Cruz versus Antonio Moran from Mexico. So it's Cuba versus Mexico. I'm not sure on that fight, man. Just to be honest with y'all, that's a good fight. I think Antonio Moran should be the favorite in this fight. We'll just see what happens on that one, man. But I have to watch their fights to give y'all a better analysis. But y'all got my picks so far, man. I got everybody picked except for the Andy Cruz, Antonio Moran. Let's go over it again. I got Isak Pitbull Cruz, of course. I got Tim Soul Taker Zoo. I got Andy Ruiz. And I got David Morrell. So we'll see how it goes. And I believe that Antonio Moran should get that dub over Andy Cruz. This is going to be a pretty good night in boxing. They're trying to make like this is one of the greatest, most exciting cards in forever. It is a really decent card. It's got some really good names on it, some top names. It's not a bum card for sure. And we got some great fights. And Isak Pitbull Cruz is the undercard again. They need to start letting Isak Pitbull Cruz do a couple headliners, man. But we'll see how it goes. He has to do his thing at 140. And hopefully we'll start seeing this man get his own events. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Who do y'all think is going to win with Terence Bud Crawford versus Israel the Dream Madrimov? Let me know. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit them notifications. I'll be back with another one, man. I'm out.